All right. Hello, we are live. Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for wherever you are in the world. I'm Tabitha, and I have a special guest today, Chinonye, who's here, and she has agreed to spend some time with us this morning to drop some gems and as well as tell us about her journey. I do not want to bore you all, but we just want to thank you all. We want to thank her guests as well as my followers for joining in. If you're streaming or if you're not, if you're catching the replay, hello. But without further ado, can you please just tell us a little bit about you?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, or wherever you're watching us from. Thank you, Tabitha. Thank you for inviting me to your page today. I'm really glad to be here. So my name is Chinonye. I'm a wife, a mom to four wonderful children. Um, I'm a teacher and a digital entrepreneur. Right, so I live in Alberta, Canada. Yeah, and yeah, I'm originally from Nigeria.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. And
so how did you end up from Nigeria to Alberta, Canada?
yeah, oh yeah. So my family and I are originally from Nigeria, right? So
Uh-huh.
we almost 8 years ago we immigrated from Nigeria to Canada.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. So that was probably a big change for you and your family
Oh
doing that.
yes. Oh yes.
So it sounds like you are very busy since you said you are a mom of four as well as a teacher. I can totally sympathize with that because although I'm not a mom of four, I'm a mom of three and a nurse practitioner, and I feel like my life is hectic. So I know yours must be the same.
Ah, really, my children are all grown ups now. The
Oh,
eldest one
okay.
is 20 plus, right?
Okay.
And the last one is 14. And teaching, I've been teaching for almost 20 years plus. I was teaching back home in Nigeria, and when I came to Canada, I got my certification. I started teaching again, and I love to teach. It's been, is a profession I love so much. So
Aw.
yeah, I've been enjoying, being a mom
Yeah.
and being a teacher.
Okay,
It's been
awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
Speaking of being a mom, this is my disclaimer. Like I said, I do have three kids. Mine are not as old as yours are. I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 10-month-old. So in case you hear
Oh,
them in the
so
background, this is
busy.
this is what it's like while mommy's running her digital business.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
um, so I guess we want to get into, I wanted to discuss today the importance of having passive income streams.
Hmm.
So you've already said that you are a successful digital business owner. And so clearly you have a passive income stream. Can you,
Oh
I
yeah.
guess, give us a little bit of background as to what even prompted you to go down this journey of owning your own digital business?
Oh yeah. There's a saying, very popular in my country. Say, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket," right?
That is true.
Yeah. So having a single income stream is not the best thing to do right now. You know,
Hmm.
with the where the world is going, right? Um,
Right.
a few years ago when COVID started, and we all are still living in it right now. Yeah,
Hmm.
we had to go online. Schools have to everybody we're at home. I was teaching online, for a while, and
Hmm.
that's one of me. That's yeah, it's time to look for kind of a plan B, right?
Right.
Not to do that. Don't It doesn't necessarily need you to be in a particular location, right? Physically traveling to a place, right? And before this time,
Right.
I've been into business, even back home, right? So I know
Hmm.
the importance of having that passive income, even when you're doing you're working on your career, something that you
Right.
do, a business that you do, kind of to support the income you're getting from your job, right? So yeah,
Absolutely.
And that's very, very important because, I have 4 kids, right? And
Right.
they're all growing, they're going to school,
Yes.
they're going to university, to college. So, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
tuition, is going
And
on
that's
increase.
expensive.
Exactly. Expenses is increasing, and you don't want to spend all your life, just on your paying bills,
Hmm.
um, taking care of, running the homes, paying mortgage, and all that. You want to live and enjoy your life, right? You have plans,
Right.
maybe to go on vacation, to travel to see the world. There's so many things, you plan to do in your life, right? And that you need, money to do that, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, and those are the reasons why I started my business. Because having a passive income is for us right now is
Hmm.
something we have to do. Is becoming kind of expedient, right, for families.
Right.
When you have growing family,
Hmm.
you should look for something to do other than your whatever 9 to 4 jobs or whatever you know and sometimes most people, right, in families, especially when you have growing kids, you have parents doing 3 to 4 jobs, right, just to keep up, right? And
Right.
the children are growing, and most times you're missing a lot, in their lives, right? They're going
Hmm.
to the daycares and all that. They're going to from school to daycare and everything, and it's not really, you feel sad. You're not in their lives, right? And
You're right.
doing juggling from one job to another job, maybe 3 to 4 jobs. Some people do that, right?
Hmm.
You realize that at the end of the day, you're not really enjoying your life. You know, you're not enjoying your life. You're just working, getting the money and paying bills and taking care of a lot of things, but you're not really kind of enjoying life, which is very important. Enjoying the
Hmm.
people in your life and enjoying yourself, right?
Right.
So when I look at all that, that is not the lane I want to to go to walk through, right? I don't want to have these multiple jobs. I want to be in my
Exactly.
family, watching my kids grow up, have that relationship with them, So being a teacher, when I come back home, I don't want
Hmm.
to, like travel again to a different location going to work. That's not what I want to do. So when I
Right.
saw this business model and I see that it's digital, right? You can do it from anywhere. You can do it at home, or and don't have to spend a lot of time doing it. If you put in 2 hours a day in your business, that's enough. You don't really have to put
Exactly.
in a lot of hours. So you're there in your family. You just live your life and enjoy life and do other things. Your hobbies, maybe working out, things you enjoy doing. You just find yourself doing it, right? So when I saw this business model, I know it was a good fit for me, and that was why I started my business.
Excellent. And you made some valid points. One thing that I noticed, especially more so now with the chain of events of everything that's happened um, as a result with the pandemic, what I noticed is, as I said before, I'm a nurse practitioner. So, I was fortunate that when, everything started shutting down, my job was a job that still, they still kept us working. However, I had many friends, many colleagues who, when their office was closed during that time, they were just told, hey, we can't accommodate to keep you on payroll.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to look elsewhere because,
Hmm.
our doors aren't open, so we can't afford to keep you. And that to me was that was when the light bulb really hit, like, okay, it's necessary to have a passive income stream.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, as nurses, yes, it is a high demand
Hmm.
career.
Yeah.
But none of us predicted 10, 15 years ago we would be in the situation that we're in right now, with regards to this, and with the job market and things like
Hmm.
that. So I think it opened my eyes to, okay, this is why it's important to have a plan B. This is why it's important to have other streams of income and not just rely on one, because sometimes when you just rely on that one and that's taken away, what do you have? Then you're
Exactly.
left scrambling. You're trying to, oh, well, let me see if I can get a job here and then get a job there. And then next thing you know, you're working 3 jobs.
Yeah.
You're never at home.
Hmm.
You mentioned that about people working 3 or 4 jobs. Thankfully, I'm not in that situation right now. Hence, the digital business. But I've been there. I've done
Yeah.
that. It was nothing to me to I would work a 12-hour shift in the ER, and I would also have a PRN per diem job that I would go in and I would work a couple hours because I wanted to be comfortable. I didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck, but I still wanted to be able to do the things I wanted to do. I love to travel. I love to, eat nice places, go nice places, do things. So I had to make sure that I had the income to be able to accommodate the lifestyle that I wanted to have. And ultimately, I did end up, making the money to do those things. But what I started noticing is I never had time to go to it after I work these, my two jobs or whatever, and then I would get home and it's like, okay, I'm exhausted. I don't feel like going anywhere now. So I think that it's important to value your time. If you're
Exactly.
making all the money but you're not getting the time, then you're robbing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is what's the beauty of having an online business. Um, Especially one like we have that runs in the background and helps. You don't have to sit there and be tied to the computer for 24 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
for it to work successfully. So yeah, I mean, I agree with everything that you said. So I know you told me that's what prompted you to start out and even pursue um, having an online business. Can you tell me, since you have started your online business, what is it like for you? Because I think a lot of people have these misconceptions. They're like, okay, well, they have an online business. All they do is the online business, which granted, there are those of us who just strictly run our online business. They've been able to retire. They've been able to quit their 9 to 5 jobs if they decide to do so. But I feel like there are still those of us who, we still do work our career or our jobs and
Yeah.
we are able to do the online business as well without feeling that added pressure or stress of, oh, I'm doing something else that's taking more time.
Oh yes. Like I said earlier, I'm still teaching. While I'm still doing my business, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to. You don't have to like quit your job, right? Because of this
Right.
business, because you don't need to put, just like you said, tons of hours doing it. It's something that uh, you put in few hours knowing what to do. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important.
Right.
A lot of people spend a lot of time on social media, just basically, doing nothing, just watching. Well, maybe that's what they want to do, but it's discipline. It's setting a goal, having a plan. Every day, you tell yourself, have a schedule. This how many hours I want to put in my business, and this how many hours I want to put, spend with my kids, do stuff with my family, maybe going to the
Mm-hmm.
park, taking a walk, and everything. So basically, every day you have a plan, you have a schedule, right? You have things you want
Right.
to achieve, and that's the same way it is. So you won't allow maybe your job take all your time, spend everything, all your time, doing your job, that you come back and can't do any other thing apart from, that job, or maybe your business is taking all of your time right now. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's becoming a problem, right? So
Right.
yeah, you should be able to, to plan and, have a schedule, have the time you do what you do. Okay, so that's basically what it is in life. There are people who don't um, do any business. They don't, they just do only their jobs, and they're still not, you know, um, living and enjoying their life. They're not achieving the
Right.
things they want to achieve. They have the time, but what are they doing with the time, right? So it's not a matter of, um, now you have this digital business,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and you've been able to, quit some of the jobs you're doing. You just focus on one job and just a business. It's about, planning, right?
Right.
Planning, setting a goal for yourself. Every day you wake up, what are you doing with your time? Very important.
That is
Okay,
important.
the time you allocate to whatever you want to do. Are you following the schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you finding yourself, focusing so much on one thing that the other things are not being achieved. So in life, we have to have that balance, right? It's very
Right.
important, and especially for us that are moms, right? We are moms. We have our jobs and have this business. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right? So,
Organization is important.
exactly. Organization is very important. Planning is very important. Scheduling is very important. So yeah, so you should be able to have that, and that's why I appreciate our mastermind so much, right? There
Yes.
we don't just talk about business. We talk about everything, every aspect of life, right?
Yes.
I should be able to plan, and organize yourself as a business owner and everything. So it's very important. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I think it's important to mention, so before you started your digital business, were you tech savvy? Did you know everything, the ins and outs of social media marketing, running, um, running things off of your laptop and your cell phone? Were you an expert in that prior to starting?
Not at all, Tabitha, not at all. I know quite some, well, these days, if you're a teacher, right, you should know quite, you know, some things about technology and all that, right? Because we do
Mm-hmm.
teach online, we do a lot of things online. We do post things to the parents. We have interviews with parents. Yeah,
Yes.
I have that much, right?
About
But
as much as me. That's the same
exactly, but
amount that I have.
advertising on social media and all that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do those. I'm not even, you know, have any needs to do those. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I won't say tech savvy. Okay, I was tech
Mm-hmm.
savvy before I joined the business, but this business has really taught me a lot. We've learned so much, you know,
Yes.
advertising, wow, a lot actually. In the apps to use for whatever I want to do, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
as we are doing this live interview, before I didn't know we can use StreamYard. I don't even know what it's called
Exactly.
in the first place. Even if I know, I don't even know, how to use it and everything. So, but yeah, we've learned, quite a lot. So anybody can do this business. That's basically what it is, what we're saying, right? You don't need to be
Right.
tech savvy as long as you have that passion, and you're teachable, you're coachable, right? You're willing to learn.
Exactly.
You're willing to put in your time and learn, right? And go through your training, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that training is very thorough.
It
It's
is.
thorough. It's video based, so just watch the videos. And one good thing about the training is that you can pause at any time. It's at your own pace, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, and you choose what you like. Want to advertise, for example. You don't have to go on YouTube. You don't want to. You can use Facebook. You can go on
Yes.
LinkedIn. You can, there are a lot of social
Right.
media platform. You can just um, kind of master, right? Focus on the one you prefer and master that
Right.
and beyond that and excel, in that aspect. So that's very, one thing I love so much about this business. So you don't have to be tech savvy. A lot of people have that fear that, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Right.
use my laptop for my job or kind of going on social media and all that. I don't know what else to do, right? With it.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to excel in this business? I don't have time, you know, to kind of spend time on social media, but you don't have to, right? I
Right.
wasn't kind of I wasn't a social media person. I'm not always on social media before prior to this business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could go like 2 weeks without even going on your Facebook. That's me. I don't have other things, I do, and I'm so busy, right? But and they'll still do that a lot, right? So you have the,
Right.
the other things you do, and you just do them, right? You have your
Mm-hmm.
time, you have things you want to do, with your platform, in your platform, you just go in and do that, right? You know,
Exactly.
how you don't have to like spend tons of time, just doing it.
Exactly. I agree. And you made some very valid points. That was one of the things that really, really, I guess, made me so interested in this business was that it was the training. It was step by step. And I saw that there were different people from all walks of life. You know, some people who never graduated from high school. You had your college prepared people, you had older
Mhm.
adults, you had younger, you had people from all over who were able to do this business and to be successful. Um, and once I started the training and I was like, okay, I can do this because I was like you. Now I can post happy birthday for you on social media and I might could respond to your DMs. That was about it when it came to social media for me with regards to Facebook. But with this business, I mean, we have training for Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I mean, it's limitless. And like you said, before I started this business, I didn't know anything about doing these live interviews either. Um, but the step by step training has truly taught you how to, and like you said, figure out, what you prefer, what do you want to stick with, and to perfect that, which I think is very important. So, it's self paced. It's not like, oh, I get this, I have to be finished by tomorrow. No,
Yeah.
you control your business. You decide at what point you want to get through the training. Obviously, the sooner you do, the sooner, you can have your business up and running, but it's nothing that says you can't just take your time and go slow. Some people go slower, some people go faster. And I think that's something that I really value because our training is to the point to where anyone can understand it and can follow it. All it takes is you having the drive to want to dive in and to do it. Um, and that on top of as well as the training, being provided with a coach and a mentor. I mean, where there are not very many businesses where you can get that. And if you do get it, you have to pay a fee monthly to have it.
Mhm.
There's no monthly fee to have your coach and your mentor. There's no monthly fee to go to weekly masterminds where they further build on the training, but they implant these gems. And like you said, it's not just about the business. Like we focus on everything from your mindset to, self care, time management, all those things that all of us at some point in time are going to need. And I find that extremely valuable because it's not, I've done, and I'll be honest, this isn't the first quote digital business that I have done before. Um, but by far, it is the most, what I would say, digital business that has a proven system that works.
Hmm.
Um, the businesses in the past that I did, and I had to put in the work. I was the system, so it made a difference coming into this business, and I think it speaks volumes with the fact that now we are a community of over 100,000
Oh,
people
yes.
all around the world. I mean, we have grown. And so that just goes to show we are a global community where this business can be ran from anywhere as long as you have a laptop, an iPad, or even a phone. So I totally do appreciate that fact from the business. Now, since we're winding up, what would you say for someone because I get this all the time. There are people who want to do it and they're sitting there back and they're looking, they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Or they're like, well, maybe there's a spam because there's thousands of online business spams out there, which make it difficult for people who actually have a legitimate business, such as ourselves, because a lot of people have been harmed by these spams. So,
Yeah.
what would you say to someone who's apprehensive, but they're looking for an online business or they're looking for that passive income stream?
What I would say to them is, in our training is free, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
just click, register, and watch, and it's live. Every Tuesday, we go live Tuesday and Thursday from here, from Canada here. It's Tuesday and Thursday, we go live, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just register and wash, right? And I tell people, something is authentic because every time you watch, you see different people, giving testimonials, different
Yes.
people, different panelists and all that, right? It's not one person or the same set of people say something, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just watch, take your time and watch that and see if it's a good fit for you. And other thing we do, that I love so much is that you can check us out, right? Just like we just we just ourselves, right? Check us out, and
Exactly.
before you start any business, check out the background of people doing the business and all that, so and that's one thing I love about this business. When you check everybody out, you see them on Facebook and their social media and everything, they're just who they are. We're not trying to,
Real people.
we are real
Yes.
people. We are real people, right? We're not trying to,
Yes.
dramatize anything. We're just real, doing our
Right.
businesses, and we have other jobs we're doing. See, I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still teaching, right? So
Right.
I wouldn't jeopardize that for anything, right? So we're
Right.
still working, doing our, jobs. We have colleagues, we have friends. So yeah, that's how you know when people are authentic, right? Take time to check them out. And
Exactly.
one thing again is, we have a 30 days money back guarantee, right? So it's not
That is
something
true.
that's okay, you're hooked in, you're there, you're there. No, if you think, if you go
Right.
that far and say, you know what, I'm not this is not what I want to do. Yeah, you can just have your money back and just not want to continue further, right? So
Right.
that's it. So what are you waiting for? There's no other businesses out there that promises this kind of has this kind of
Exactly.
advantage, right?
Right.
That we're enjoying is very important. And there's no, just like I said now, right? There's no kind of a monthly fee you pay to get a coach or a mentor. When you have a
Mm-hmm.
mentor, you have a mentor for life and a coach, right? And you have
Exactly.
over 100,000 business owners, successful business owner in the community that will help you as well. We have their flock where you can have ask questions. I have people respond to the questions. When we have a mastermind, we address a lot of questions that people ask. It can be addressed there. So you have kind of friends, the community, to help you, to
Right.
guide you. If you're struggling, you have
Always
someone who's
support.
struggling as well, so you can relate to that, right? So
Right.
the growth process, you have people all the way, at every stage in your growth, kind of helping you and guiding you. So that's very important. And and that's why I tell people, I said, you just come in and check it out. you know,
Exactly.
check it out. And
What
you
do
have
you
to,
have to
what
lose?
you have to lose, right? Have time to decide whether it's a good fit for you or not, right? And
Right.
that's it. Just like any other business that you do, that you go into, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have to check it out. You have to take your time to study and all that, to
Right.
see if it's what you want to do, right? So the same with this. When people talk about being skeptical about social media, these days there's hardly anything you do without getting social media involved in it, right? I buy a lot of things, online. I do a lot of even in school, sometimes we do a lot of things online. We consult with parents online. you know the world is going digital, right? So
Exactly.
if you're so skeptical and just sit down, and say, okay, I'm just going to be so careful, I don't want to be scammed. You might find out you're just losing out on important things in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to know this is what is happening right now, right?
Right.
And want to start to know what is my part in it. What can I? What am I going to? How do I use that? How do I leverage on this? To help myself for the future, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if you have a family, just like have a growing family, and you have your plans in life, things you want to achieve, you want to travel, you want to have time for yourself. Maybe for myself, I'm planning maybe retirement, right? And when I retire, I don't want to just sit at the place, just do what? I want to travel. I want to
Exactly.
go places. I want to do things, right? So I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to work all my life, like when I'm
No.
still in my 70s or 60s, you're still trying to struggle,
Exactly.
to keep up with life. No, I want something I can pass on to my children, something I can do, anywhere I go, whatever I am, any part of the world, I can still do it, right? So, and that's why I think people should check this out. Honestly, it's something that you need to check out.
I agree. with everything that you said, and we're just going to follow up with that. Like I said, this is a free workshop that we're offering. Um, just because you watch the workshop, it doesn't mean you're set in. It doesn't mean you're a business owner. It's just strictly informational.
Oh yes.
And you can decide, is this for me? Is this not for me? Will it be for some of you? Absolutely. Will it not be for some of you? Absolutely. And that's fine as well.
Oh yeah.
Um, but like you said, there's a 30-day money back guarantee even after the fact. So if you decide, hey, this isn't, what I thought or what I think will work for me, no problem. So I think it's important to know that, don't limit yourself by, just sitting back being afraid when all you have to do is just check it out. Just check it out. Look at the workshop. Learn, get some takeaways, come back and see if you feel like, hey, this is something that I think I will want to learn a little bit more about. Great. We'd be happy to tell you more about it. Um, and as you stated, our workshops are every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so it's 8 p.m. Can you tell them what time it is for you?
Oh, for me is 6 p.m.
So 6 p.m. in
6 p.m.
Canada.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
if you, for whatever reason, you're working, you can't join, um, Chinonye has put her website below her video. Once you register, she'll be able to send you a copy of the replay. Same for my followers as well. My website's below there. Once you register, you will get a copy of the replay. So, even if you can't watch it live, we can still send you the replay of it.
That's it.
So, without further ado, I've enjoyed all of you for taking some time out to chat with us this morning. I appreciate my special guest, Chinonye. Thank you so much for your time, for just sharing your
It's
knowledge and
my
telling us about
pleasure.
your journey.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
All right. So, wherever you are, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. You have a blessed day and you be safe. And we will see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.